everybody. Happy Friday. Hope you're all well, enjoying the sunshine. Got blue skies this morning, so smiling. It always helps, doesn't it? So yeah, back with another Stamp with Kylie online card class. I'm Kylie Henshaw, if you don't know me already. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I live near Leeds in the UK, and I've been running these weekly classes for a few weeks now. I don't know what number this is on, but it's just basically a way to show you some different card designs. It's completely free to watch. You're all welcome to take inspiration from the cards I show you. But then you also get the opportunity to get the kits for free if you do place an order in my online store. If your order's £25 or more, then I will, and you use the host code, I will automatically post you out the all the materials that you need to make the 6 cards I'm showing you today. So yeah, it's a good way to kind of get a ready done kit to keep crafting. We're using the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set. It's currently 30% off. It probably won't last long. I think it's a really popular set, so a lot of the discounted items that are in the retired sale, the last chance sale at the moment, possibly gonna sell out before the end of the month. I don't know, maybe it's a possibility. So if you did really want this stamp set, then I suggest don't delay. The dies that coordinate with the set are also 40% off. Really good set of dies. I don't know if I'm going to be able to let these go actually when they're retired. I may have to keep them on because they're the most beautiful dies. You've got 2 lots of dies. So you have the really detailed dies, the more intricate ones, and then you have the die that cuts out the butterflies in the stamp. So it's one stamp. And then you have some other little detail dies that are really nice to use, especially if you like kind of the sort of shabby chic, grungy sort of effect. They are really nice. So you get, so 2 big sheets of dies for £24.60 currently. So, and they can be both used separately or together. So that's the other great thing. You could just get the dies on its own. So I'm going to be working with both of those today. And let me switch you down so that I can show you the kit, all the cards and then the kit. Remember how to do it. Let me just, that's a bit out of focus, isn't it? There we go. And we'll just make me small so you can still see me. I know I probably shouldn't do that actually. I look a right state this morning. I'm really sorry. Yeah, not had much time this morning to get myself looking socially acceptable. So right, these are the cards. They're all quite different. So they use the stamps and the dies in different ways. But I just thought I'd keep one sort of fairly neutral one, and you can add whatever colour you want to that butterfly. This one uses some of the retiring colours cardstock, so I thought I'd give them a little highlight because these are colours that are going very soon. And then this one, we'll do 2 versions of this. I'll show you the second one as we go, and I'll have done the die cutting for you here. So, but I'll show you how I did that. So these are the 3 cards, and this is the kit. So if you place an order £25 or more before Sunday evening using the host code, the link that's in the video, you're going to get the materials to make 2 of each card. So it's all cut, all die cut for you. The butterflies aren't, these butterflies aren't cut for you because you're going to have to do your own stamping and then either use the dies to cut them out, or you can fussy cut them out. And if you don't have Butterfly Brilliance and you don't want to buy it, you may have a butterfly set already of stamps that you can use instead. So it's a pretty flexible kit, this one. So you can you can see I've done a lot of die cutting on that card for you already. Then you've got some sheets to stamp on and post-it notes, which I will explain later. So if your order's £45 or more, though, I do throw in a pack of embellishments, and I'm going to give you a choice this time. So when you place your order, I'll contact you and show you the choice of embellishments that I will add to the kit. So that's that. Let's make a start. So this is card number 1. Oh, you'll also get instructions, and I'll send you the link to this video, which is your video tutorial for the card. So you're all ready to go as soon as you've got that through the post. So I've used my stamp positioning tool for stamping this. It's a big stamp, it's all connected. This is how it comes. It's red rubber and it's all on one. Now, people have cut this. It's fine to do that, absolutely fine. And the only reason I haven't done that is because I thought I might be giving it to someone, but like I say, I don't know if I can part with it. So I've left it whole for now, but I may cut it up. If you're careful and snip, you know, carefully between the butterflies, if you do need to assemble it back together to use the die, you can do that. I've done it on other stamps and it works absolutely fine to do that. If you haven't got one of these stamp positioning tools, though, you can use a big block, or you can lay the stamp down flat, ink it, and then put your card over the top and rub. That's another way of doing it. It's not quite as good a stamped image when you do that, but it's pretty effective. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I've chosen this grey granite colour for this card because I think grey granite is a really nice colour, and it's one of those colours that goes with a lot of other colours. So I don't know what colour you want to colour your butterfly, but the grey granite should go with pretty much everything. So we've just done that. So this is a grey granite card base, and this is a grey granite layer which measures 10 centimetres by 14.3. That's what we're going to stamp onto. Now usually I can put my magnets to secure them down, but because this is a background stamp and it's really difficult to get your magnets in to hold it down, I'll just put my magnets away. So instead, and I've just got a sheet of scrap paper. Well, it's one of the pads that came with the that you could get with the Stamparatus, but you could just use copy paper. So instead, I've used my tape runner. And then I'll just put a little bit of sticky on the back of that. And I've stamped this background so I know where it's going to stamp. So I can just lay that over where it's going to be covered by the butterflies. That'll just stop it moving around if I need to re-ink and re-stamp. But it's not enough that it's going to rip when I try and pull it off. Grey granite is the ink colour, and if you don't have grey granite, just use any soft grey, or you could use the Versamark to get a watermark effect, or just use black. That would work. So pretty much any neutral would work. So we're just really just getting a soft background image. So let me know if you're watching, or where you're watching from. Thank you for joining the Friday morning. And I know I always say that when the sun's out like this and the sky's blue, it's not really crafting weather, is it? But I appreciate you joining me this morning. And it being Easter weekend as well, Good Friday, I know a lot of people are away and doing lots of things with their families. So I do appreciate you joining me. So I've just gone over a little bit. It's always this one that just needs an extra pressure. So I'm quite happy with that because I quite like it fairly soft. It just looks really nice, and this looks nice on any colour. So that's as simple as that. But I need to stamp again. So I've got a piece of my scrap white. So this will also be in the bottom of your kit for you. So I'm going to do that again, but in black this time on white. No, that's the wrong size. Where are my bigger bits? Can't find my bigger bits that I've cut to this size, but I've got a big bit there, so that'll do for now, because I want all of the stamp on there. So just go with your black. Absolutely great thing about this stamp is you can just stamp it once, cut once, and then you've got enough butterfly. You've got 6 butterflies to go on 6 different cards if you wanted to. That's those. And then I'm going to cut them out. Where did I put the dies? Yes, here they are. So this is the die that cuts those out. Just going to have to trim this big bit down a little bit just to fit through. And down, just I'm just going to quickly check that it is still in stock. Yep, still in stock. That's good. It occurred to me then that I didn't actually look, and I was planning on it, but I just didn't. There we go. So line that up. Use a bit of tape if you need to secure it. I've just seen your comments. Hi Lizzie, hi Sharon, nice to see you. Oh, this is one of your favourites. I know this is probably the one I'm saddest about going. Probably is actually, and think about it, because I use it a lot and it is gorgeous, and there's nothing quite like it in the new catalog. So have I got all my 6? Yes, that's good. And then this can use as a stencil, and I'm going to be doing some stenciling in the 3rd card, so I'll show you that, but you could keep that. That could come in handy. Let's see. Right, so for this card I need 2. I might choose the two biggest ones. These ones can go on card number 2. So I'll pop them into the envelope actually. I'm not losing them. Right, we've got piece, we've got our base, we've got the bit that we've stamped, that can just get glued straight on. Yes, Forever Fern, that's my second one, definitely. That's the one that I was going to use next week, but I'm too scared it's going to go if it hasn't already. Maybe Sharon, you can tell. Oh no, you're in Australia anyway, so let me just quickly look. Fern. Oh, it's still in. And the dies are gorgeous. Yeah, I used them yesterday. So I was thinking of doing some projects with them next week, but I daren't choose it as my stamp set of the week. Right, so I've chosen sentiments from the Irresistible Blooms just because I love them. I love the font. I'm going to choose the Hello. I'm going to use, you can use black or grey. I think I might use the grey actually. That just fits right on there, so just choose any sentiment that fits and that little thing. Oh, thank you. Got a cup of tea. That's good. I didn't get to finish mine earlier. So then we just assemble. We put... Oh no, but do I want colour on it? That's the thing now, because that looks actually quite nice. Plain. What do you think? You're going to have to help me here. You have to help me out now. Do I colour it or do I not? I'll use this one. I don't know. I quite like it fairly neutral. What about yellow? Yellow and grey is always a good combo, isn't it? Plain colour. I've got one vote for each. Oh dear. I'll try it with a bit of colour. It doesn't, and if you don't like it, then you can do something different. I'm going to go for a little tiny bit of yellow with the grey. Let's do Daffodil Delight. Just really soft. These little blending brushes are really good for stuff like this. The detail, because the big ones just can be a little bit big. Yeah, I think that's all right. Not too bright, some more subtle, because I did kind of go for it a little bit on this one. That's good compromise, isn't it? Right, this one I'm just going to glue, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the middle where it's going to be hidden. This I'll put on with my foam pads. Perfection. Thank you, Sharon. And then this one with foam pads. Just bend the wings up a little bit and it looks like it's flying. I've got a couple of different choices of gems, these white ones or the sparkles. Might just put a couple of these white ones on. I'm always really like, I don't know where to place them sometimes, but they always say do them in threes. There. Don't know if that's quite right, but you know, if that doesn't do it for you, then it's okay, because you can do it your way. There we go. So there's card number 1. I think this the kind of these colours make a good anniversary card, wedding card. So right, going for a little bit more bright for the card number 2. So this one's which I've lost. There's always something, isn't there, every week that I just lose. There we go. Card number 2. Now I've done some embossing on there. That's optional if you don't have embossing folders or you don't want to emboss it. I'll show you the steps, because I used this new one. So it comes in a pack of 3. It's the Embossing Basics folders. They're online only, so you can find them in my store. But this one is really fun. I just thought the polka dots, and they're really deep impressions as well. So really fun. But I could do another one just to show you. I'll maybe choose a different one to show you a different style. So you have a piece of your white card base, a piece of black that's 9.5 centimeters by 13.8, and then you've got a piece of white that measures 9 centimeters by 13.3, and it's this white one that we're going to attach our strips to. So just make sure that when you're laying the first one down, it's at an angle that's overhanging, and it's not going to be short, if that makes sense. So a steep angle like that, your strips aren't going to fit. So just make the angle a little bit shallower. So getting the first one on, I'll just put some glue on the actual strip. And then it's easy just to put a little line of glue under each strip to attach the next one. So make sure they're touching and make sure both ends are overhanging. So this is Polished Pink. This is Blushing Bride. So Saffron. Sympathy, yeah, you're right. Mint Macaron. And my favourite retiring colour, Bermuda Bay. Really going to miss Bermuda Bay. It's been my favourite since I joined Stampin' Up 11 years ago. So once they're stuck, you can flip over and just trim the excess off. Now we need to stamp the sentiment. We need to stamp before we emboss. I'm going to use this nice thank you stamp. This one is from the Biggest Wish stamp set. I like a bold sentiment on these cards, but this one I've just chosen that one from the Irresistible Balloons again. Sharon, we've got lots in common. see. I'll have to find out what your favourites in the new catalogue are. Okay, so that's what it looks like with no embossing, and that's what it looks like with the dots. So if you prefer it plain, just keep it like that. I'll do the other one. If I've got the other one there, so I've got a few different ones. I think it needs something quite modern looking. That one would work, that painted one. This is the one I was thinking of. That's the other one that goes with the dots. That's the third one that goes with the dots, but that's too flouncy. No. I think that one. I'm going to try it. Let's go for it. I need, it's a 3D embossing folder, so I need my base plate, my number 1, that, and number 4. I'm going to just bob down and do it on the floor. That's what I end up filling up my desk and then crafting on the floor, which is obviously not good. Now, I've done it the opposite way around to what I'd normally do. So that's up. The Stampin' Up logo means that's facing up. So if you put your card in that way, but I didn't do that. I did it the other way around because I wasn't looking. So the sticks, which should be raised like that, are actually embossed. Debossed. So anyway, so comparison. I quite like having some texture. It's just and also it kind of makes it look like the strips that you put on are sort of embedded in the paper, which is I just really like that effect. So I'm not colouring these butterflies. I'm keeping them black and white because it goes with you know, sometimes like you want the background to be the focus. So there we go. So just add these with foam pads and then we're done. So you can see this would work with any colours as well. If you've got a colour scheme, blues or purples or rainbow. There we go. That's card number 2. And then you've got your 2 other butterflies for your second card. So, because you're doing 2 of each, obviously. These are your spare ones. And now we're on card number 3. And we're not using the stamped butterflies this time. That was just for those 2. But we are going to do some blending. So what you've got in your kit is, well, you've got the bits I cut, but I'm gonna show you the die cutting because if you have this set at home and want to recreate these cards, then this is how you do it. So I've taken 2 pieces of white card. They're 10 centimeters by 14.3, and I've taken the butterfly dice, some of them. So on one of them I've put the big one on, so like that, and then on the second one I've done 3 butterflies. It may not be these exact ones, I can't remember what I used, but they're arranged something like that. And then I've die cut. So I'll just bring my I'll bring this back up so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll do this one first. Actually, because my dies have been quite well used and everyone's machines are a bit different, but I've started using, for these really intricate ones, I've started using a shim. So I've got a piece of A5 scrap card and I've put that under my first acrylic plate, my clear plate, and it gives it a little bit of extra thickness that I think my machine needs on these dies. Not everybody will need that. It's definitely worth having a try if you're not getting a really good cut first time. Then it could be that you just need a shim. I'm just going slow so I don't knock my tea over. That would be a disaster. So that's that one. Just knock my bits out onto the floor. My craft room. I mean, I've got a sweeping brush in here and dustpan and brush, and I'm using it several times a day to try and keep the bits under control so I don't walk them out into the rest of the house. I don't know if anyone else has a problem with that. I mean, those little dimensional backings get absolutely everywhere. I'm sure you know what I mean if you're a Stampin' Up crafter. Yeah. Which my husband's obviously really pleased about all the time. I won't tell you what he says. Oh, I'm not getting a good grip with that grid paper. I'm just off to the side because that grid paper's moving around. It's annoying me. Okay. There we go. I'll just pop them out. Right, there are those. It's these. Can you imagine? The floor is filled with them after a few sessions die cutting. When I'm doing kits or team meeting crafty kits or something like that, I will just have a big huge mess. So let's just pop them in the bin. Okay. Right, now this stage that I'm at now is what you'll get if you get my kit through the post. This bit's done. So you've got your die cuts, your 4 die cuts, and then you've got these templates, and these are what you're going to use as a stencil for some ink blending. So you will need, the small ones are best. You could use sponge daubers. You will get the best results from these smaller blending brushes. Choose some colours, and I'm going to go with rainbow. I've done a bit of a rainbow on that one. So I've started with red, orange, yellow, green, and then going down to purple at the bottom. So I'll show you both of them actually, because this one requires the post-it notes, which I showed you earlier. This one, you kind of, if you're doing a rainbow, you don't really need the post-it notes, but if you want to do each butterfly a completely separate colour without any sort of blending in between, then you'll need the post-it notes. Right, I'll show you what I mean. Right, you've got the 2 of these in your kit. This is 10 centimeters by 14.3 again. It's exactly the same size, so you can lay it over. And what you can do, again, you can do that same thing with your tape runner to hold it down, or you could use a little bit of washi tape, which I'll grab. So this is just to hold it down while you're working, and then you're not moving it about. So that's held down your stencil. That's just a little bit, just be careful of those little bits. That goes right on top, and you can hold that down. And then you can start blending. So starting with, got Melon Mambo actually. So if you wanted to cover up the one below, you just use the post-it notes. So you might just need a couple like that. See, then you're not going to get colour that you don't want onto the next one. But I actually don't mind, because I'm kind of blending all of the colours down into each other. Just go really carefully over these little bits here. Pumpkin pie. And then Daffodil Delight. Right, just this bit, that's that bit really. Doesn't matter if it's not perfect, because you've got your die cut to cover it anyway. Into Granny Apple Green. And I can just introduce a 3rd colour onto that, because it's quite a big butterfly. So I'm going with Tahitian Tide. down into this one. It's quite fun. And then final one is Gorgeous Grape. Using handheld vacuum. That is such a good idea. Why haven't I thought of that? I did have this. Well, I have got this, but I think the batteries run out, so I need to put batteries in. So my mum gave me this. It's like really, really cool little vacuum cleaner. Yeah, batteries are gone. Need to do that, but you just sort of whiz it round your desk. It picks up all these little die cut bits. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So that's kind of the nearest thing I've got to vacuum. But an actual handheld vacuum cleaner is genius, Lizzie. I literally can't believe I never thought of that. But I like sweeping. It's just a really weird thing about me is that one of my favourite chores is sweeping. I don't even know why. It's a bit weird, I know. Oh dear. Have you got any favourites? Any favourite chores? My worst one's ironing. That's definitely my worst one. Let's pick that up. Oh. There you go. What do you think? Oops, just be careful of that. Rainbows, and then I will do my other one just to show you that, because I want to try and get a rainbow on this one. Let's just use these. Bit of red, pink. Yeah, I don't see cooking as a chore either, Sharon. That's quite nice. Do you do baking? Okay, I managed to get a rainbow on there. So you can use these templates for anything. You can, if you're careful, back of them, you could use them for different cards. Why have I frozen? I just froze there, didn't I? So then we just glue those onto our card bases. Lizzie, it's so funny you say that I'm whizzing through these, and This is me consciously trying to slow down, believe it or not. Really, really trying hard. I just can't help it. It's just my natural crafting speed. I always forget that it's probably a bit too fast to work out what I'm doing. I have ripped that a little bit on my washi tape. That has just slightly annoyed me. So be careful when you use washi tape. Just unstick it a little bit first. It's a bit too high up for a gem, but it's fine. I don't really do anything with my cards anyway, so. Right, now these get stuck on, so I stick them in the middle, just in where the body is, so that the wings can lift up, so you can see more of the colour. You may need to pop some of these bits out when you get your kit. Oops. Now for sentiments, I've got just little strips. You've got to find a sentiment that works on a little strip like that. I think that looks the best on these cards. So I didn't do myself any. Just quickly cut some up. I've just done 1 centimetre strips. Of card. I found one in a brand new stamp set that I've received this week called Cheerful Daisies. It's nice, isn't it? But this one's perfect. You made my day, so I'm going to use that one again. Yes, I very excitingly got a brand new delivery this week. And I haven't had time really to play with it, and I'm away tomorrow, so may have to wait till I get back. So cut these down to size according to the size of your greeting. I've done little banner ends in these ones. Snip at the middle, snip from the corner to the end of that cut, and then hopefully you should get a banner that's looking all right. I think what would also look really nice if you did it on black with white embossed, with a white embossed sentiment. I think that would also look really nice. But I don't know if everyone's got embossing tools. So I'll just send you the white. But if you want to swap it out for black when you do the cards, that's fine. I think that'd look really good. Dimensionals. They just about fit. Well, they would if I didn't put it on wonky. that one under there, and then this one I'll just put one in the middle, see what that looks like, because I don't want to restrict the wings. Yeah, that's all right. And then it definitely needs something in the middle of the butterflies. So I just used the good old rhinestone gems. Rhinestone basic jewels. They work really well on here. You can put as many as you like on the middle of the butterflies. And this one as well. Just put a little line of them down the centre. There we go. That is very bright and cheerful card number 3. Yeah. So for those who have joined after the start, I'm working with the Butterfly Brilliance set. It's currently on sale. I don't know how long it'll be on sale for, till it runs out. Could be days, could be weeks, might not run out before the end of the month, but either way, it's going on this. I think the last day will be the 1st of May. Oh no, it isn't. It's the last day of April. Yeah, that's when the catalogue runs out. So we've got that. Now, if you haven't ordered from me recently, or you're not in my card club, or you don't come to my regular classes, and you want a new catalogue, I'll show you the catalogue. I've got a catalogue avalanche. So here it is. I'm allowed to show you the front cover. I can't show you anything else. But they're in the house. I can't send them at least for another couple of weeks. But you could be one of the first to get one of these if you're a customer of mine. But I need you to fill out the catalogue request form if you're not a current customer, or you haven't had anything for a while, because I need to know I'm posting them out to the right address. I can't just I've done this for a couple of years, and I don't think they get to everyone because people move house. So I need you to fill in a catalogue request form. That would be great, and then I'll just pop one in the post to you. I'm doing a little catalogue reveal coming up, which I'll put a date on. Look out for that. And I'm going to do a new catalogue party, which I try to do. I haven't done one for a while, so that will be really exciting because people can come and actually see a lot of the products. And yeah, so that's exciting. New catalogue's always exciting. New stuff. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely amazing catalogue. But in the meantime, if you like these cards that I've made today, and you want the stuff to make them, then you just simply go to my online store, put a little order in, £25 or more. You'll get your stuff, hopefully including the butterfly basics if you haven't got that already, because that'll help you make the cards as I've made them. But you substitute for anything you want, really. Then I'll pop the cards in the post to you for free. So this is the code though. So let me just put my code on. So it's all in the description. I don't like my face on big. The link's in there anyway. So if you want to click the link to make your order, that's the easiest way of doing it. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the card making, and thank you for giving up an hour of your Good Friday. Have a lovely Easter weekend, everybody, and take care. And I will be back. I will be back on Sunday evening. be away, but I'll be coming on. I haven't fully decided what I'm making yet, but it depends how. I mean, I really want to do Forever Fern. I really want to do that, but that might be a bit risky, so I might have a backup plan. Okay, so anyway, I'll see you Sunday night, hopefully, and we're back here on next Friday morning. Take care, everyone. Have a great week.